Hi, I'm Shane Corley. This is my diversity training PowerPoint for Enterprise High School. Based on the data that we found for Enterprise High School for the years 2011-2014, we had a total student population, our average student population for those 3 years of 2,069 students. From that, if you break down that data by grade level, from 9th to 12th, our 9th graders we had 559 students, 10th graders 540, 11th graders 508, and then 12th graders 462. Of those students by sex, a little over 1,000 males, a little over 1,000 females, so we're split pretty close right there. By race, 1,400 students who identified themselves as white, 490 as black, 125 as Hispanic. You see our Asian and Indian or Native American populations there as well. Students with exceptionalities, of the approximately 2,000 students that we've had for the past 3 years, here's how they are broken down for exceptionality. Gifted, there's 468 students that were identified as gifted, 87 students that English was their second language, they were in an English language learning program. 256 students with learning disabilities, 22 students that were identified with mental retardation. Other health impairment, there were 27 students, autism, 52 students, and then vision impaired, we did not have any of those. So those are our students for the past 3 years, average of students with exceptionality. When you look at the data that we've gathered from testing for the past 3 years, at the Alabama High School graduation exam, we have met 16 out of our 17 goals over those 3 years. Participation goal was met, was not less than 97% in any subgroup. Our graduation rate has improved, or shown improvement every year as well. Our weaknesses, our main area of weaknesses with the students who are identified as free or reduced lunch and reading, we did not make AYP with those students. When we talk about diversity strategies to help those students on free or reduced lunch or those students identified in poverty, we have 4 strategies that we want to implement at Enterprise High School. The first one is school-wide homework support. Many of these students, when they go home, they're not a student anymore. They are a parent. They are having to raise their brothers or sisters, or maybe even take care of their parents. And homework in school is an afterthought. So what we would like to do is implement a school-wide homework support where the last 30 minutes of each day is devoted to allow them to do homework in the classroom with a teacher. So at least they have one opportunity to see the work, hopefully complete the work, whereas when they go home, if they have to put on a different hat or assume a different role, they can do that and not have to worry about homework. Second strategy, keeping the same teacher. Poverty students tend to have difficulty making long-term relationships, and those students who do make long-term relationships have a greater opportunity to succeed academically. So what we would like to do is identify poverty, low-income students or students on free or reduced lunch who have created or built long-term relationships with particular teachers, and if possible, keep them with those teachers for multiple years to avoid the process of having to make a new relationship or potentially not making a new relationship, which would be detrimental to their academic success. The third strategy, parent training and contact video. We would like to provide teachers with the resources they need to make a video. On that video, we would ask the teachers to do 4 things. The first thing is to introduce themselves. Second, to describe their classroom, what will be expected. Third, identify needed items for the school year. And then finally, also to make provide contact information. By doing all that, hopefully, we will be able to create a relationship with the parents. Most of the time when you have an open house or something of that nature, these poverty students' parents are not going to show up. They're not going to make an attempt to come to school to meet the teacher. So we would like to initiate the contact by sending home a short video, just introducing ourselves, and hopefully creating a contact with that parent to help improve the relationship between teacher and parent. The final thing, team interventions with parents included. For most poverty parents and poverty students, education is not seen as a reality. It's seen as something that is abstract, something that you need to attempt, but not necessarily something that is required, especially students who are in generational poverty. So what we would like to do is hopefully eliminate that idea, that ideology within those students in poverty. Also, parents tend to be apprehensive towards educators. They don't feel as if educators have the best interest of their students at heart, or their children at heart. We would like to eliminate that apprehension as well. Ways to do that is to create team interventions with poverty parents. So we identify students who are struggling, who may be on free or reduced lunch, or may be in poverty, may be in a generational poverty cycle, to invite those parents to school, create an intervention team where we listen to the parents, what do they think the problem is, how can we help that problem, and then we can propose solutions as well, and hopefully work together to create an environment for the student to break out of poverty, at least academically, and hopefully give them more opportunities in their future. Here are resources for this diversity plan. Does anybody have any questions?
No.
That is the end of my PowerPoint. Thanks. I said 4 strategies.